Hare Krishna, dear devotees. So today we are moving to Lord Hanuman in the series of Devatas. So Lord Hanuman, oh, that's a good West have Batman, but we have Hanuman. Paduke Bharato Grena Chamara Vyajananotami Vibhishana Sasugriva Shrita Chatram Marutsuta Dhano Nishanjan Chatrugna Sita Tirta Kamandalim Abhibhat Angada Gatkam Haimam Charmarksharan Translation: O King, Lord Bharat carried Lord Ramachandra's wooden shoe, Sugriva and Vibhishan carried a whisk and an excellent fan, Hanuman carried a white umbrella, Shatrughna carried a bow and two quivers, and Sita Devi carried a water pot filled with water from holy place. Angad carried his sword, and Jamavan, king of the Rikshas, carried a golden sheep. This is from Srimad Bhagavatam, chapter 9, Canto 9, chapter 10, verses 42 to 43.
There is the white umbrella.
Oh, describing this picture. Wonderful. Yeah. So there are 8 immortal beings who still live in this world and are known as Chiranjeev. They have material bodies and have either been cursed or blessed to live a long life. They are as follows: Ashwathama, King Bali, Vedavyas, Hanuman, Vibhishan, Kripacharya, Parshuram, Rishi Markandeya. I just want to have a little comment on that. When I was young and I heard this, even now, it seems difficult to understand what is the meaning of Chiranjeevi. How can someone has a long life when we see everyone in front of us dying at some point? So it's really, I don't know, difficult to with our material mind to understand this Chiranjeevi. And where are they? I remember my mother was saying that whoever reads the Ramayana, wherever it is, Hanumanji comes and listens to that Ramayana. So he may be in any one form. He may come as a human being and be listening to the Ramayana chanting. So that's really history.
It is. But actually they are also still living in their own form, if you like, material body. For example, Hanuman met with Bhim in Mahabharata, which is like 1,000,000 years after Ram came in Treta Yuga. So because of that, it is they would. That's an example of where they continue to live in the same body. I think Bali Maharaj is in Patalok, and I think he's due to become the next Indra, for example. Ashwatthama, he was cursed, isn't it, to live in the Himalayas somewhere, with Vyas in the Himalayas. Not too sure about the others, but yeah, it's quite, for us, it's a little out of our box, living forever. So, yes, Pavel?
Hare Krishna. Prabhuji, Mataji, all the devotees, very interesting chapter today about Hanuman. As Karuna Mataji just said that about living of Hanuman, I don't know how to explain you, but did he, I shouldn't even say that, but I'm just telling, did he die, or he was still alive after even the...
Still living.
Still living. So he's still alive. Is
Yeah.
that what you're saying?
Yeah. He was blessed that as long as Ram's name is chanted, you will
Yeah.
stay on this planet.
He will live on this planet. So that means he is like Amar. That's what we say.
Yeah.
Na?
Yeah.
Amar.
Mm.
Okay. Thank you so much. Yeah, because as Mataji said, I said, well, I quickly asked the same thing. And yeah, at present also, they said that wherever the Ramayana Katha is going on, they always place a mat for him to come and sit down and listen.
Mm. Mm.
So nice. Anyway, thank you. Carry on. I joined a little bit late today. I missed the song.
That's okay.
I just remember another pastime that my Mataji was relating. When Tulsidas went on the banks of the Ganges, and then he was preparing chandan and giving to all devotees coming over there. So then he met Hanuman and he gave chandan to Hanuman also. I don't know whether this is one has heard about this, whether it is in Ramayana, but my mother was saying that
Mm.
because Hanuman is ever present here, so he met
Mm.
Tulsidas and he took chandan from him.
Mm. Interesting.
I don't know whether I don't know whether it's true or not, but it's somewhere written. But my mother was talking about this.
Mm.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing that.
Okay. So I continue. Appearance pastime of Hanuman. Hanuman is the son of Kesari and Anjana. Anjana was once a heavenly maiden who was cursed to be a monkey woman by a powerful holy sage who had transformed into a monkey to do his spiritual meditation. She would be relieved from the curse only if she gives birth to a mighty son, an incarnation of Shiva. Anjana did great austerities and pleased Shiva, who blessed her with an immortal song. When Vayu was delivering the sweet rice to Maharaj Dashrath, at the same time he also delivered Shiva's divine sweet rice to Anjana and blessed her with a son with his and Shiva's quality. Anjana gave birth to a monkey-faced child and named him as Anjaneya, meaning son of Anjan. No sooner Anjana was released from her curse and wished to return back to heaven. Hanuman's father took care of Anjani and he grew up to become a strong and mischievous young boy. And nice picture. Um, Anjana gave birth to a monkey face.
Sorry.
Yeah. The structure of Valmiki Ramayana is arranged into the following kanda. Balakand, Book of Youth, Ayodhya Kand, Book of Ayodhya, Aranya Kand, Book of Forest, Kishkinda Kand, The Empire of Holy Monkeys, Sundar Kand, Book of Beauty, Yudha Kand, Book of War, Uttar Kand, Conclusion. And if I'm not mistaken, Sundar Kand uh, relates something about Hanuman.
Mm.
Yeah, because yeah, I remember we recite Sundarkand when there is appearance of Lord Hanuman.
Mm. Mm. Oh, okay.
Yeah, okay. Hanuman first appears in the beginning of the fourth book, Kishkindaka, initially playing a minor role as one of five emissaries sent by the Monkey King Sugriv to discover the identity and intentions of Lord Ram. Toward the close of Kishkinda, however, it becomes clear that Hanuman is no small character. In the next book, Sundarkand, Hanuman dominates the stage. And that's it. His beauty, Valmiki named Sundar beauty because of Hanuman. Uh, okay. So his beauty, Valmiki named Sundar beauty because Hanuman's speed, strength, wisdom, courage, and devotion becoming evident. That's nice. I never could understand really why was it named Sundarkan. So
Mm,
it's only because of all these speed, strength, wisdom, courage, and devotion.
mm, mm,
Oh, it's wonderful how
mm,
Valmiki ji he portrayed Hanuman
yeah.
Sundar because of all these. So nice. There are many lessons for us to learn from the glorious pastimes of Hanuman. In the Uttarkand, the sage Valmiki tells of Hanuman's birth and childhood pastimes. As a young child, Hanuman once mistook the sun for a fruit. When Hanuman tried to capture the sun, the demigod Indra knocked Hanuman down and broke his jaw with a thunderbolt. This made Vayu very angry. Hanuman's compassionate father, the wind god, then induced other Devatas to shower Hanuman with extraordinary boons, accounting for his well known physical prowess and supernatural ability. This is Hanuman eating the sun. In youth, Hanuman playfully vandalized the ashram of forest ascetics, who reacted by cursing him to forget his powers until he was reminded of these great powers. Hanuman would then come into his own and use his powers for the ultimate good of all and serve Lord Ramachandra. When Ram was approaching the kingdom of Sugriv, the latter sent Hanuman to check the motives of Ram and Lakshmana. Hanuman disguised as the Brahmin and spoke very eloquently to Ram. As soon as Ram spoke, Hanuman recognized him as his lord. Introduced, so then he introduced Lord Ram to Sugriv. Hanuman reminded Sugriv of his obligation towards Ram. Ram gave Hanuman his ring, so this is a little bit about how they are going to search for Mother Sita. So then Ram gave Hanuman his ring to show Sita, and eventually Hanuman's party is successful via Sampati.
So this is the picture where Ram is giving Hanuman his ring.
Hmm.
And um, another pastime is Hanuman would never remember his powers because he got cursed by the sage that you'll never remember. So Jambavan, he would remind him of his powers. This shows a great leadership of Jambavan. He wouldn't take the credit himself, but he would remind Hanuman, remember, you can do this. You can cross the ocean. Don't worry. So please carry on, Karuna. Oh,
When Ram and company went in search of Sita, Hanuman crossed the ocean in one giant leap to reach Lanka, the kingdom of Ravan. It was Jamavan, the great Daya king, who convinced Hanuman about his capabilities that he could indeed jump over the ocean and reach Lanka.
and then Hanuman climbs a mountain, flies like an arrow. 3 tests were put before him as he was flying to Lanka. This was Menaka, grandfather, needed to respect. Can't remember that. What do you remember this pastime at all?
So while he was crossing the ocean, then he met with these three. Remember, one asked him to sit on the mountain.
Right.
What was the name called? The mountain.
Maybe, yes, maybe. And then the other one was this Rakshashi that he had to enter her mouth, and then Hanuman becomes smaller than the smallest, enters the mouth, and he leaves again. So he gets her blessings as well. And then the other one was Simhika, who caught Hanuman's shadow. So yeah, those 3 tests.
Then Hanuman.
Sorry?
Yeah. No, please continue.
No, you carry on, please.
So then Hanuman slapped Lankini, and she became very happy, as it was foretold that the day a monkey slaps her, she can give up the service of Ravan and go to Ram. So
There she is.
um,
So
afterwards, Hanuman sees Tulsi Devi plant and realizes that there must be a devotee in Lanka now. And Hanuman finds Sita and reassures her. Then, of course, he's caught by the army of Ravan and was taken before Ravan. And Ravan abuses him, but Hanuman is a wonderful match for him. So Ravan orders his tail to be put on fire, but he didn't know that Hanuman was going to play good mischief in Lanka. So he sets fire in the whole Lanka, and then he turned to Lord Ram, saying that he has found Mother Sita. So afterwards, Lord Ram marches to Rameshwaram with the army and eventually crossed over to Lanka on the bridge that they built with the rocks, and which still exists up to now. So lessons to be learned from all these is always doing our very best. Hanuman's talent was strength, used it to the fullest. When Sita Devi was kidnapped by Ravan, Hanuman jumped with playful disregard across thousands of miles of ocean to warn Ravan to release her. When Ravan refused and launched an attack on him, Hanuman proceeded to kill 80,000 of Ravan Rakshas's soldiers. Then Jambumali, the 7 sons of Ravan's minister, and the 5 commanders of Ravan's armies, and finally Ravan's own son Akshay Kumar. He then set fire to the entire demon city of Lanka. So here is fire being set to his tail, and he sets fire to the whole Lanka, trying everywhere. Apart from Bibhishan Kutir, he sets fire everywhere.
Yes.
Yeah. When it was time to go to war, once again it was Hanuman who took the initiative, directing and participating in the construction of the bridge across the ocean to Lanka. During the battle, Hanuman carried both Ram and Lakshman on his broad, strong back during confrontation with Ravan and Ravan's deadly son Indrajit. So Lord Hanuman carried Lord Ram and Lakshman on his shoulders.
Mm. Yeah, yeah.
When Indrajit struck with black magic in the middle of the night, severely wounding Lakshman and knocking him unconscious, Hanuman headed to Gandhamadan mountain in the Himalayas to bring back the herb Vishalyakarani. To do this, Hanuman had to defeat an army of protective demigods, uproot the entire mountain because he couldn't distinguish which plant was the correct one, and swiftly returned before it was too late. So he carried the whole mountain back to Lanka. Yeah, that's it. At school, when we were doing Indian culture, I remember I had one of this picture and I stick it in my copybook.
Mm.
So how ridiculous will my meager efforts seem next to those of a devotee such as Hanuman? Will Lord Ram even care? While Hanuman was lifting huge mountain tops into the sea to build the bridge to Lanka, he noticed a tiny spider squirrel brushing small particles of dust into water with its legs to slow Ram. So another pastime of Lord Hanuman here. He was about to brush the spider out of the way of his own serious work when Ramachandra admonished him, saying, "Give up your pride. Its devotional service is just as satisfying to me as yours. You are serving me according to your capacity, and he is serving me according to his capacity.
Mm.
Whatever small service can be rendered, Lord is always and always pleased." Wonderful.
Mm. Mm. There is, little guy.
Yeah.
Where is spider?
It's actually a squirrel.
Oh, a squirrel, or not spider, yeah?
Yeah. Some people say spider, but actually, I think it's a squirrel.
It's a squirrel, okay. Thank you.
Lesson 2, caring for others. When it was time to go to war, once again it was Hanuman who took the initiative. Hanuman, many feats of strength do not make him a brute. Rather, he is very soft-hearted and caring. When he jumped across the ocean to warn Ravan and kill many of his men, for instance, he also gently comforted Sita in her distress, giving her Ram's ring to assure her of his allegiance and promising her that her lord would come and save her soon. Such care earned him a deep embrace from his master upon his return. When the battle had ended and Lord Ramachandra had killed Ravan, Hanuman once again visited Sita, who was still in captivity, and brought life and joy back to her when he told her the good news. He then personally took her to meet her husband. The Lord deeply appreciated such service, favoring Hanuman by presenting him with Sita's gold necklace and granting him unflinching true devotion to himself, Ram. Third lesson, simplicity. A devotee is dedicated to doing whatever will please Ram. When Hanuman was delivering Ram's message and ring to Sita Mata while she was being held captive by Ravan, he saw her applying reddish vermilion, known as sindoor or kumkum, in the parting of her hair, and asked what its purpose was.
So this is where then she tells him, you remember the pastime, Karuna?
Yeah, so this is when Sita, Mother Sita, told him that this is for the long life. She wears this sindoor so that Lord Ram could be blessed with long life. So that's when Lord Hanuman, um, as if applied kumkum on the whole of his body, saying that he will also be praying for long life for Lord Ram. So why not only in part of the hair, but on the whole body, so that it would be really long life for Lord Ram.
That's it. Oh, actually, I got it written here. Sorry, I didn't realize. Sorry.
Yeah. So Hanuman asked Sita Devi what its purpose was. It is to give Lord Ram a long life and to protect him from calamity. Sita explained. Hearing this, Hanuman thought, if just a pinch of sindoor can protect Ram, how safe will a huge amount keep him? He then promptly covered his entire body with sindoor. When he returned to the other side of the ocean, where Ram was preparing his army of monkey warriors for war, the commander-in-chief Sugriv burst into laugh. Ram, however, gravely asked Hanuman why he had done such a thing. When Hanuman told him, Ram was deeply moved by this innocent show of bhakti and proclaimed that any devotee who worshipped Hanuman with sindoor would receive his mercy and be able to cross all obstacles in devotional service.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so whenever we go to the temple, we do offer some sindoor to Hanuman. And there are persons who just apply Hanuman on the whole body of the deity of Hanuman.
Mm.
Fourth lesson, faith in the name of Ram. Pastimes of how the holy name of Ram is even more merciful than the Lord himself. It is stated in the scriptures that wherever Ram Katha, stories about Ram, are recited, Hanuman comes to listen. He makes every endeavor to increase the bliss of Lord Ramachandra's devotees, both in ancient times and even today. That's what my mother was saying. The immortal Hanuman has vowed to remain in this world as long as the holy names of Ram are chanted. At the pastimes of Hanuman, Hanuman meeting Krishna.
I think in that time, he said, yes, I understand your your position, but Brahm is my favorite. Ram is a form of yours, I know, but I will serve Ram. That was amazing.
There is one first time where Bhim meets Ram. Is it when they were in in the forest hiding or something? I'm not so
Yes,
sure.
yes, yes.
Yeah. And then he had to move his tail,
Yeah.
but he couldn't.
That's the one.
And then Hanuman showed to him that he was actually Hanuman, and then he blessed him that he would help him during Mahabharata by being on his dhwaja and the flag.
That's it. That's it.
Yeah.
I'll be present. Yeah, correct.
And he said you was my brother too, because I think when you done the Vayu, and you were saying that they're all brothers.
Correct, correct.
Hanuman and Ram Sita.
Vayuputra.
No, yeah.
Vayuputra.
You did yesterday, Vayu, or day before yesterday.
Yesterday, yeah, yeah.
And you were saying that Hanuman and Bhim are brothers.
That's correct, yeah.
So I remember that. Thank you.
Good memory.
Yeah.
My daughter was listening to that, and she said, "Oh yeah, I didn't know about that Bhim and Hanuman being brothers. Yeah, they are both brothers of Vayu. So yeah, she learned something last time.
Hmm.
Okay, so embraced by Ram when Hanuman returns from Lanka and blesses Hanuman that wherever there is Ram Katha, Hanuman will be present. Uh, Narad questioned Ram regards list of devotees, Hanuman's name not on the list.
You remember the past time?
No, I'm not
Oh, yeah,
sure.
because Hanuman says to, because Narad Muni went back to Hanuman and said, I asked Ram about the devotees, that he has a list of devotees who he remembers. And I was looking through that list. My name was on the top, but I didn't see your name anywhere in that list. And then Hanuman said, well, yeah, maybe. But he has another list as well. Oh, does he? Yeah. So then Narad Muni went back to Ram one time and he asked Ramachandra that you showed me one list where the devotee who remember you, but do you have another list? Oh, yeah, I have another list. What list is that? That list is of the devotees I always remember. Oh, can I see that list? Yeah, here it is. And only Hanuman's name was on it. No other devotee's name was on that list, only Hanuman's. So Ram is always remembering Hanuman.
So he's unique in his type of devotee. Like no
I
one
think
ever greater
Hanuman
than
was
him.
I think Hanuman was in his heart always.
Yeah.
That's how I remember.
And they are in Hanuman's heart. Yeah. And this Murari Gupta first time, you remember that one, Karuna?
No, Prabhuji.
Okay. So what happened? Hanuman, again, he appeared as Murari Gupta in the pastime of Chaitanya Leela. And as Murari Gupta, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said to him one time, give up this name of Ram, take up the name of Krishna. Because Murari Gupta was always chanting Ram, Sita Ram, Sita Ram. And Murari Gupta said, okay, I will try. He was very disheartened. He went home, he went to sleep, he couldn't sleep all night. And he came back to Chaitanya and he said, oh, I tried my best to give up Ram, but I couldn't do it. So I might as well give up my life because I can't honor your words. So then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, no, I'm very happy with you because you're Hanuman in your last life. You're Hanuman. So your devotion to Ram, I was just testing your devotion to Ram. So in that, I'm very pleased with you. Continue with remembering Ram. So this was the pastime.
Comparing Prabhupada with Hanuman. Like Hanuman was inspired by Jamavan, Prabhupada was inspired by Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. Like Jamavan had a vision, Prabhupada was Grihastha, so he thought he could not do it. But Bhaktisiddhanta had a vision that empowered Prabhupada. Like a Hanuman with a leap of faith crosses ocean passing the test, Prabhupada also with a leap of faith crossed the Atlantic Ocean and gets tested with heart attacks, and says Srimad Bhagavatam to Captain Pandya.
Yeah.
Like Hanuman saw the Tulsi plant, Prabhupada saw the optimist growth in the hearts of the Americans. Like Hanuman revived Sita from Lanka, Prabhupada revived Bhakti in the West. Like Hanuman's tail was set on fire, Prabhupada was hampered in so many ways, and he had no facilities, but he set the world on fire. Krishna consciousness explosion. Like Hanuman used monkeys for the battle. Prabhupada engaged monkeys like us to serve the Lord, at the same time considering himself unworthy. Shri Hanuman ki jai, Shri Prabhupada ki jai, Guru Maharaj ki jai. Guru Maharaj would always say, Hanuman ki tarah bano, kayar mat bano.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, Guru Maharaj was a great fan of Hanuman.
Yeah.
Great.
Prabhuji,
Yes, Naniman.
yeah. Did you mention that when Ram was about to go take Samadhi to the Ayodhya, Hanuman wanted to go with him. Hanumanji wanted to go with him. And
Right.
he was told that you stay behind. And he stayed behind while you'll be there as long as this material world is there. So that is another story. And there's Hanuman Gandhi in Ayodhya, isn't it?
Yes, yes, that's right. That's right. And yeah, because Ram said you still have work to do here.
Yes, yes.
Um, you have to inspire all the Ram devotees, and as long as Ram's name is chanted, you can be present in this world.
Yes.
Yeah. And the Hanuman, do you remember it? I can't remember it too much.
Oh, we went there, and I remember it because when we went to see, when the curtains opened, there was such a huge rush to see Hanumanji that's why I remember I nearly fell over and I held on to the Aarti, my sister, so that I could not fall over. But yes, I remember seeing that. Yes.
Very good. Yeah, it's we have to do another trip there in a couple of years because they're hopefully opening the temple, aren't they?
In 2000, part of the temple, yes, in 2024.
Right.
It's opening in 2024. Yes.
Okay.
That's when I think I would like to go as well.
Yeah, after maybe after a year or two because
After a year or two, yes.
very busy there.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you so much.
Just wanted to share something. When I went to Ayodhya,
Mm.
and we had some friends of friends living there who were our guides. So they told us that there was an old temple of Hanuman that no one goes there because it's in ruins and it's falling apart. So now there is a new temple for Lord Hanuman in Ayodhya.
Okay.
But from from the from the new temple, we could see the old temple. It's quite close to one another.
Okay.
So, yeah, there are two different temples.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. Okay. Anybody
Hare
else?
Krishna. Thank you,
I was
everyone.
just going to make a just general comment, listening to all these pastimes of Hanumanji and any other demigod. It's amazing how much it links of what we have been told, but we have just taken on board, not realizing, not reading about it. It now, when you hear this, and it makes so much sense, and you feel when somebody said, "Oh, you got a monkey god," now, now you can have this knowledge to say, well, he was whatever the boons he had, whatever appreciation. Thanks,
Very
Haribol.
true. Very true.
Excuse me. I just wanted to say something else. I can only remember in my young age, like when I started going to temple, and we used to bow Hanuman Dada, putting the two hands on the back. Like this, they say that woman can't do like this. We have to put two hands on the back and just bow, and we are not allowed to touch. Even the oil and oils, kala arad, arad,
Sindoor.
Yeah.
arad and
Sindoor.
sindur was even given by men. We were not allowed to do anything worshipping the Hanuman Dada. And only that much I knew. I even didn't know about Hanuman Chalisa, anything.
Mm.
And got married and then come to this country and started going to temple again. And I started hearing Hanuman Chalisa and more stories about Hanuman. I mean, I knew a little bit of Ramayana, but not too much as we are talking now. That how the Hanuman helped Ram to get the Sita back from Sri Lanka. So for me, as I hear the stories about Hanuman, I always like to listen more and more about it. But from my childhood, I can only remember only little bit, not much. Even we went to what temple, Shiva temple, and there was two devotees there. One side is Ganesh and one side is Hanuman Dada. We just bow and we just done the darshan and come back. But coming back to this country, I am knowing more knowledge of Hanuman now.
Yeah, because there we just people either didn't explain
Like
it.
a ritual.
Yeah, and became a ritual. And here people want a reason why, which is actually good.
Yeah, and even I can remember my mom used to go to listen this Ramayana Kathas, but we never sat and talked about it like what we are talking now. So it's good.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna,
I mean,
Prabhu Mataji.
joining your satsang is making us understand more and more every day.
Yeah.
All these all the devatas more interesting. And
Yeah.
thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you for joining.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
This is written in Ramayana. I have read somewhere that Hanuman was a brahmachari. He had not the right to see a opposite sex. That's why even I myself, I instructed my daughter and my son, my daughter, not to touch Hanuman because they stick. It is somewhat a bit like a sannyasi,
Right.
That's it. Hare Krishna.
Interesting point. Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah, Prabhu.
Thank you. And probably even people used to go to Ram Katha and so many kathas, but it was almost like sometimes a social occasion, They wouldn't really, and they would hear nice stories, but the philosophy behind it may not be fully explained,
One thing I would like to add, Prabhu,
Yes,
Hanuman is still on this earth.
Mm.
And it's quite amazing, I will tell you. I have seen Hanuman.
Really?
I personally have seen Hanuman, Prabhuji,
Wow.
in my puja room.
Wow. In Mauritius?
It's Mauritius, Prabhu, yes.
What was he doing?
I was hesitating to tell you, but
No, good. What was he doing?
But he was bowing when I chant Hanuman Chalisa every day. When I read, I used to read Ramayana. I have already read, I think once or twice the whole Ramayana. And yesterday, and today no, I had some rendezvous with doctor. My son brought me over there. So Hanuman is here when I keep a place for him to sit. And then I just read the Ramayana. It is quite amazing. It's so good to read Ramayana, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. My father was reading Hanuman, and he was keeping his fast on Mondays. Okay, Hari Bol, Prabhu.
Thank you for sharing that.
Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna.
Can I just make one small quick point? In the past, when we used to go and listen to kathas, I think people just sat and listened, whether they took on board anything or not, and never questioned. Because if they question, the people who are giving katha probably not be able to answer. So it was like a taboo thing, you don't question, you just take on board whatever is said.
Yeah, it's true. That's very true.
One last point. Aarti has seen in her own house in Thornton Heath, Hanuman Dada just going across the sky, flying across the sky.
Where?
Yeah.
in her own house in London, Thornton Heath.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Just for a split second.
Wow.
That's very nice darshan.
Yeah, she's always talking about it. Yes, she's a very firm believer of Hanuman Dada, doing Hanuman
Yeah.
Chalisas quite a few times a day.
Yeah.
Hare
I
Krishna.
think it's only Hanuman Dada is just giving the darshan to the people who are more into it, more devotees, not devotees, the bhaktas of Hanuman Dada. And the Hanuman Dada is giving darshan to them. Like, I chant every day, but I don't think I'll have a darshan. So this is it. It should be into it.
But the darshan isn't through eyes, Pawan. Darshan is through the ears. We do darshan through the ears by listening to about Hanuman. That is more important
How,
than eyes.
so how is done in the ears?
By listening like you have done, like we are doing, listening about Hanuman.
Okay, listening to the
Katha of Hanuman.
scriptures, and that
Ah.
is that means you are doing actually the darshan
Darshan.
of it.
That's it.
Thank you so much.
Just using one sense or the other, like seeing with the eyes or hearing with the ears.
Yes. Thank you, everybody. This is a very nice interaction, and thank you, Karuna. Okay.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Hanuman ki jai.